Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Fresno State University, just around the corner from the Save Mart Center here in beautiful Fresno, California. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you this week by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, by Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Amongst Thieves, by Paramount Pictures, only in theaters March 31st. By Bud Light, Chelada, Tajín, Chile, Limon. Yes, I got it all out. I said it all. That's for you, Bud Light. And by AutoZone, get in the zone. Now, obviously, this is not your typical press conference. I am standing up here with some giant checks. Why is that? That's because Jose Ramirez goes above and beyond every time he holds a fight in his backyard. I have Sandy from Boys and Girls Clubs of Fresno County, and we have the Troy Center here as well. Karina representing the Troy Center. Jose, I'm going to ask you to come up really quickly because you went above and beyond this week and raising so much money, $5,000 here, $36,000 over there. What do you want to say to your boy?
Jose, I want to say on behalf of the 14 Boys and Girls Clubs here in Fresno County and the 3,500 kids that we serve every day between the ages of 6 to 18 years old, thank you so very much for all you do for our kids, our future. We appreciate you.
And I'm going to come over here really quick. Karina.
On behalf of Truly Reviving Our Youth Troy Center, we just want to thank you for your endless commitment to our students. You tell our students' story. Our students relate to you, and we're excited to watch you fight. Thank you.
Jose, what does it mean to have the opportunity to fight in your backyard? You do this every time we come here. You support local nonprofits. You go above and beyond.
Yeah, that's always the goal, is to inspire and encourage the young generation to go after their dreams, and to not lose hope, and to just be a good role model.
Well, you do that and then some, and we are grateful. I'm just going to have you guys all face forward and grab a few pictures for our media who are here. You don't see this every day, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for Jose Ramirez and all of this hard work and money raised for these incredible organizations.
No, thank you.
Right there. Before we get into our press conference, Seniesa, I'm going to ask you to come down as well. We have a very special guest. She is a local. Jenna, come on in here. Stand right here beside Jose and Seniesa. Jenna Creason, did I pronounce that properly? Yeah, she is a 3-time boxing national champion. She is a CIF wrestling state champion, 44-0 with 39 pins. She is a jiu-jitsu world gold medalist. She is also a full contact Muay Thai champion as well, from right here in Fresno. That's a lot of sports. That's a lot of championships. Congratulations, first and foremost. You're standing beside two of the greatest in the sport. What sport do you want to go into? Because you have your choice here.
Yeah, I compete in many different ones. My goal is to not only win a title belt in boxing, but also MMA. So I'm wanting to create history just like these two have before. So
how exciting is it for you to be standing on the stage with these two incredible boxing professionals?
It is incredible. I am super honored. They're amazing, and I hope to follow their footsteps.
Well, listen, I'm going to let you get in the middle of those two. Take a quick picture, and then we're going to get on with this press conference. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Big round of applause for Jenna Creason. Jenna, thank you so much for being here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, I mentioned it all goes down this Saturday, coming to you from the Save Mart Center here in beautiful Fresno, California. Our main event is a massive junior welterweight showdown between Richard Commey, Jose Ramirez. Our co-feature is the WBA and WBC minimum weight unification championship, Tina Rupprecht, Seniesa, Estrada. And I also have some special guests on either end of this panel, and we want to get to them, and I'm going to go down to you. Antonio Morales, thank you for joining us. Listen, you just got the call a few weeks ago to join this card, and here you are making your television debut on ESPN. How excited are you to be here?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I knew this time was coming. I didn't think it was going to be this time, but it'll be nice to finally fight in front of a packed crowd. Normally ESPN Plus being one of the first fights, there's not many people in the crowd, and I'm definitely someone who feeds off that energy. So I'm hoping that that's really just going to help add to my performance Saturday night.
Yeah, it's always an incredible crowd here in Fresno when Top Rank takes over the Save Mart Center, and that's a lot due to Rick sitting with us, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. You've been a pro now for a year. What has the journey been like so far? 6-0, bunch of knockouts, and here we are. How's it been so far?
It's been great. You know, it's crazy to think that I've already been doing this for over a year. You know, it just shows how fast time goes by. But compared to where I was last year, I just feel like a completely different fighter, much more improved, much better all around, but also just much more confident in my abilities, knowing that I'm where I should be and that I belong on this stage.
How has Robert Garcia in your corner helped you develop and the process with him been?
It's been everything pretty much. You know, the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy is just filled with so many high-level, high-class fighters that it's pretty much impossible not to improve. Just being around everyone, feeding off each other's energy, and plus everyone's just so welcoming. Even when I first went out there last year, they welcomed me with open arms and made me feel like I'd been a part of that camp for years. And just being around all those guys, like I said, you're just naturally going to improve. And I just pick up on things I see from Jose, Raymond, many other fighters we got there, and it's just a great camp.
Well, listen, thank you for spending time with us today. Can't wait to see you tomorrow on the scale, and not that it matters, and then put on a show Saturday night. Thank you so much. I'm going to look down here to the end. Raymond Murataya, thank you for spending time with us today as well. California boy, coming up to Fresno for the first time, though, in your career. How excited are you to be hitting the Save Mart Center in front of a big crowd, ESPN?
I'm excited, man. You know, coming out here, it's going to be my first time fighting in Fresno, so I'm excited, man. Excited to be on the undercard of Jose Ramirez, and I just can't wait.
Listen, your last time out, it was actually a great fight. Big TKO win over a tough Miguel Contreras. What did you learn from that fight that was different from your previous 15?
You know, just the resilience I have. I'm just so ambitious, and I'm just coming to stop these opponents, man. I'm really not trying to go 12 rounds, 10 rounds, wherever I'm going, man. I'm really just trying to push myself.
Big shout out to the matchmakers at Top Rank as well, because here we are, Saturday night, you're facing Humberto Galindo, another tough opponent. It's going to be a great fight. A lot of people talking about your fight on this card. Are we going to see anything Saturday night that possibly we haven't seen up to this point?
Like I said, man, each fight I'm getting better and better, and of course you're going to see me just go crazy, man. I'm just so ambitious, man. I'm just working hard, man. I'm just really trying to stop these opponents, man.
Yeah, you've always been outspoken, and I love watching you in the ring, man. You are aggressive, great fighter, and, you know, I'm excited to see what is next for you. Talk about a little bit the dynamic of having your father as your trainer and also Robert Garcia as your manager, and what that all-star team in your corner has done for you and your mindset, fight in and fight out.
Having them on my corner, man, it's amazing, man. They both know so much. Robert knows my style, like, very well. So they just know I just want to grow. I just continue wanting to learn. And they see it. They know I'm pushing hard in the gym. And I just can't wait what the future holds for me.
Listen, man, I'm excited for Saturday night. It's always exciting to have you on the card. Great to see you again. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Thank you.
Our co-feature, as I mentioned when we came on the air, is the WBA WBC Minimum Championship. We have a unification on the line. The WBA champion, Seniesa Estrada, the WBC champion, Tina Rupprecht. Welcome to the United States. This is your first fight in the U.S. How excited are you to be here?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here and to have my first fight in the U.S., so I'm excited and I'm ready to fight.
Seniesa, I want to come over to you. Welcome to Fresno, first of all. The last time we saw you in Vegas, it was November. How excited are you to get back in this ring and have this chance to unify?
Oh, I'm so excited. This is the moment that I've dreamed of since I was 7 years old, and it's crazy to think how far I've come in the sport and how far the sport has come for women. Just being a little girl from East LA, like, who would have thought a little girl from East LA would one day be unifying world titles on ESPN? Like, it's insane to know how far I've come, and I'm just happy to represent all women in the sport on Saturday night.
Last time we spoke, we were sitting outside the theater at the Palms Hotel, and it had been 11 months since you stepped foot into the ring, and you talked about that. You said, hey, that's a little longer than I usually like to go. Here we are 4 months later. Do you feel that you're in a much different position than you were the last time out?
Definitely. Of course I felt the ring rust after being off for 11 months, but I'm going into this fight confident that that ring rust has been shaken off, and that my just everything all around is going to be so much better this fight. I'm excited to show it.
Tina, I want to come over to you. You have defended your title 6 times now. So congratulations on that. That is no small feat. What do you need to bring Saturday night to make it 7? What do you have to bring Saturday night to defend your title, to make sure you walk away with both belts and not with any?
It's a big honor to fight for both titles, and this is always what I wanted. And on Saturday, it will be the best Tina that I've ever been fighting.
In a recent interview, you said that you fulfilled a lifelong dream by becoming the WBC champion. You referenced past champions who've held that green belt. I want to bring up the person you beat to take that belt, Yokasta Valle. What was that like, beating her and then also fulfilling your dream of becoming WBC champion?
Of course, it was special for me to fight the belt the first time against her. She's a strong fighter, and the more proud I am to won the belt. Yeah.
Seniesa, I'm coming over to you because you heard the name that I just threw out there. That was the fight you wanted. I guess that didn't come to fruition, so you were like, hey, I'm going to just go after the girl that beat you, and we'll prove a point there.
Yeah, I've been wanting to make that fight happen with Valle for a couple of years, and for whatever reasons, we couldn't make it happen. But this is the first step to making that fight happen, is defeating Tina so I can get to the undisputed fight with Valle next.
100%. Now, listen, she is a tough opponent. She holds the WBC title. She's a great champion. What do you expect from her Saturday night? I
expect her to come in there 100%, going in there to win. She's coming to win. She's a good fighter. She's a tough fighter. But I know that that I'm different, I'm special, and I'm going to show that on Saturday.
Tina, one last question for you. Have you had an opportunity to watch tape on Seniesa? And what do you have to do Saturday night to walk away with both belts?
Of course, I watched her fight, but I'm not that kind of person who focus only on the opponent's style. I focus on myself, and you will see on Saturday. So.
A lot of talk here, and Seniesa, you hinted at it. The women's game has exploded. It's gone through the roof. That ceiling has long been shattered now. And here we are, Saturday night, Save Mart Center, for a chance to walk away with 2 titles. What does that mean to you?
It means everything. It's what I've dreamed of since I was 7 years old, and it was a long road, long struggle, but I'm here now, and I'm going to take full advantage of it. And I'm excited to fight in front of the Fresno fans. I watch Jose fight every time he fights here in Fresno, and watching it on TV, the atmosphere just seems great, and the Mexican fans are going to come out and support us, so I'm excited to see what the crowd's going to be like.
There's nothing like a fight in Fresno on a Saturday night. And ladies, we are honored to have you. Best of luck Saturday night. We'll see you tomorrow on the scales. All right, our main event, Richard Commey, Jose Ramirez. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Richard, I want to start with you. Right. Here we are. I wrote it down. Here we are again, fight week. You know, a title shot awaits the winner. Your smile is contagious. How excited are you to have this type of opportunity again? And the key word there is again.
I'm always excited to get back in the ring. At least this is what I do. And now, first off, I just want to thank everyone, my management, my promoter, Top Rank, and everyone who put this together to make it happen. God bless you guys all.
Listen, thank you. Jose, we've been talking, everybody talked about it. It's Save Mart Center in Fresno on a Saturday night. It's a great show. What does it mean to you to be able to fight again in your backyard?
You know, it's always an honor for me to fight here in Fresno, in front of the people that, you know, that saw me grow up as a fighter. So definitely brings me that excitement to know the role model I become, you know, when I fight, you know, all the motivation and all the excitement that I bring to Fresno. It's definitely motivating for me as a fighter. And I, you know, hope to go out there on Saturday night and showcase my talent, you know, in front of the people that love me the most. That's always, I'm always happy to do that.
I can say wholeheartedly on behalf of everybody at Top Rank, we love coming up to Fresno, and the people here are so embracing. They love the sport, and they love when we come up here. We love when we come up here. It's always a great time. Ghana.
That's
right.
He represents the Valley. You represent an entire country, and you carry that on your back with pride. Talk about that every time you step into the ring. You're not just stepping into the ring for yourself, but you are stepping into the ring for the people of Ghana.
Yeah, most definitely. And also, I must congratulate Jose for, what he's doing in his community, and exactly that's what motivates me to get in the ring. These people are represented. They have the pride to fight to be a world champion. So always been a role model for them. So, it's gonna be an interesting Saturday. Yeah.
Well, we know it. That's why we're all here. It's going to be a lot more than interesting. There's going to be fireworks, I think. Jose, in recent interviews, you talk about the fire. I've heard you say the fire is back. You've had a lot going on in your life. Congratulations on your recent nuptials as well. You had a wedding, so that's fantastic. But what does it mean for you to say those things? Explain it a little bit when you say, hey, the fire is back. I've been criticized a little bit in the media, but listen, it's always the same guys, same fireworks walking into the ring.
Yeah, I've experienced being at the top. People, praising me and being ranked #1 in the 140 when I became unified world champion, when I beat Hooker, and and then all of a sudden, after one loss, people could tend to, kind of walk away from that. But I'm just blessed that I have a beautiful family, a beautiful team, a great promotional company, and ESPN to always support me in my career. And that's all I need. And so I found myself, and I was able to, get back to knowing and realizing who I am, and going back to my identity, and what makes me me. So I feel like I found that, and I'm ready to, show that side of me, that lion of Jose Ramirez that people saw before, before I started getting distracted with some of the stuff that comes with, being at the top. So. Now it's time for me to work, and I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, you've never been one to shy away from, big challenges, the biggest opponents. There's been a lot of chat on social about the Regis fight and why it didn't get made. Here we are, obviously a big opponent here in Richard. Talk about that for a second, and did that have anything to do with lighting a fire with all of that back and forth?
I think most people misunderstand some of the things that happen behind the scenes, and it's hard for me to explain to the world. So I'm kind of done with that. They can believe whatever they want. In this level of competition, ain't nobody afraid of nobody, and I'm definitely not afraid of any fight at 140. It's just a matter of making the fight happen, and both camps are serious. The fights will happen. I've always said it throughout my whole career. When two promoters sit down, when two fighters sit down, and both management teams sit down, any fight could happen. But when one team is just waiting for an offer to be thrown out there, and then pointing their fingers at me to make sure I do all that work, I'm done with that, man. I'm ready to fight whoever, if they're serious about fighting.
Rick, I want to come to you. First of all, congratulations on another incredible weekend. Save Mart Center is an amazing facility, not easy to fill, and every time we come up here, you bust your ass and you fill it. Talk about this for a little bit, because there was a lot of back and forth, and you had a lot of comments on social. We follow what you do, and wanted to get your 2 cents on the whole situation.
Look, at the end of the day, Ramirez was the one that stepped up to fight Regis. Ramirez went out of his way to make the fight happen. He contacted the WBC. He was going to take a pay cut to do the fight. In my opinion, he was just completely mismanaged. But Ramirez went after the fight. And where is Regis now? He's not fighting, doesn't have an opponent, and who will he fight? Jose offered the fight up on a silver platter, and he didn't take it.
At the end of the day, we're focused on Richard Commey on Saturday. So that's a fight to focus on. I think that's a fight that's going to deliver a lot of excitement on Saturday, March 25th.
Well, we're all talking about it. And Richard, I wanted to come to you because you don't shy away from anyone. It's clear. We've been following your career now forever. I love watching you fight. You face the best of the best. And what does Ramirez bring out of you Saturday night that maybe we haven't seen before?
Well, I think, like you said, he's got some fire back in him, and people talk because he lost one. And I think with what he's got, he's really come. He really want to get back to the spotlight again. So he's got everything, same as me. I really want to be a two-time world champion, and I'm coming to work. That's it.
we're fighting in Fresno, so obviously that's why we had some nonprofits out here that Jose has supported. We're fighting in his backyard. But it can't go without saying you have done so much for the people back home. Both of you are walking into the ring Saturday night fighting for so much more than just yourselves. Talk about that for a minute, because the people back home tune in, they watch you, and you have such a great support group back home.
You know, it's always good to represent people, especially when those people don't really have their eyes on them. So to be the focal point, try to bring people that there are a lot of people that represent them in every way in terms of boxing. It's just an amazing feeling. That keeps me going.
Rick, I want to come back to you. I hinted at it. The Save Mart Center is no small building, and you fill it every time we come up here. What has it been like producing these events now year in and year out? And what do you like the most? What do you not like?
There's nothing I don't like, except ticket requests at the last second. No, those are horrible. But look, I always have a lot to work with. And on this show, it looks like we can break our attendance record we set in 2019 with 14,900. It looks like we're going to beat that. But look what I had to work with. This place has been dying for a big women's fight. A women's fight, period. And here we have a unification fight with the best in the world here to my right. I mean, it's incredible. And then on top of that, you know, we have the debut of boxing royalty, like a royal bloodline in Gilroy, California, which is not too far away from here. You have the Guerrero family with a, 5-division world champion, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, his dad, Max Guerrero, Ruben Guerrero Jr., who was on the Olympic team with Tyson in that era. Jesse James Guerrero will continue the bloodline and make his debut here in Fresno. And let me tell you, how popular is he? He sold $20,000 in tickets.
That's unbelievable.
Incredible. So lot to work with, and makes the job easy.
Tina, I want to come back to you because he referenced how important this fight is for the community of Fresno, but just for the sport of boxing and for yourself personally, coming to the United States for the first time and entering an arena with 15,000 fans on ESPN. How exciting is that for you?
It's very exciting. You know, Seniesa and I were the best female fighters in the world, and these fights are the fights people want to see. So, yeah, it's big.
Seniesa, how many folks do you have coming up from Los Angeles?
It's only a 3-hour drive, so we have a lot of support coming out here to Fresno, and I'm excited. It's really cool to see how many fans I have here in Northern California during Fight Week. It was great to meet everyone, from all the kids at the Boys and Girls Club and also at the local gyms that I've been training at.
And look, at the end of the day, the foundation on this show, with a former world champion like Commey, an aggressive guy that comes to fight. He's never not in a big fight. That's going to make for fireworks Saturday night at the Save Mart Center.
I 100% agree with you. And to everybody tuning in, Saturday night is going to be absolute fireworks. It is a stacked card, and it is going to be an unbelievable unification championship and main event. That's all we got for you today. Thank you for spending time with us. We're going to be right back here on the campus of Fresno State University for our weigh-ins. The Save Mart Center is just outside the door. What an unbelievable fight week here in Fresno. To everybody on the panel, thank you so much for joining us. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank, and we'll see you right here tomorrow as we get them on the scale. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Thank you.